Come closer and sit by the fire, for this is not a story written in ink, but one carved in blood, thunder, and iron. It is the story of a boy rejected by the world who became a storm no army could stand against. A king who did not inherit power, but carved it with his own hands. They feared his name and whispered it in the wind, Shaka, the spear of the Zulu. Before the war drums and the rise of armies, there was only a child, born out of wedlock, unwanted and mocked. Shaka, son of Nandi, entered the world without honor or protection. He was raised not in comfort, but in exile. The people laughed at him, called him weak and cursed. Yet pain became his teacher, and every insult became fuel for something greater growing within him. Driven away from his father's land, Shaka and his mother wandered through hardship. They knew hunger and rejection, but exile stripped him of fear and weakness. He watched warriors train and studied not just how they fought, but how they moved and thought. He was not simply learning to fight, he was learning to dominate. Under the command of a powerful chief, Shaka became a soldier, but he was different. He trained harder, ran faster, and endured longer than the rest. While others rested, he sharpened himself into a weapon. Then he changed warfare itself. He rejected the long-throwing spear and introduced the short-stabbing spear, the Iklua. It forced warriors into close combat, fast, brutal, and merciless. Shaka did not merely fight wars, he reinvented them. He trained his army to move as one unified force. His famous bull's horns formation allowed his warriors to encircle enemies with deadly precision, the chest engaging the enemy head-on, the horns flanking from the sides, and the reserve striking from behind. War became strategy. It became art. When his moment came, Shaka did not beg for power. He seized it. Through strength, fear, and vision, he united tribes and built a kingdom unlike any seen before. The Zulu were no longer small or scattered. They became a force that shook the land itself. Under his rule, the kingdom expanded rapidly. His warriors were disciplined, loyal, and deadly. Enemies fled before them. But greatness comes with a cost. The more powerful Shaka became, the more feared he was, and fear slowly replaced loyalty with silence. When his mother died, the foundation of his world shattered. Grief consumed him, and the king who once built an empire became a storm of pain. His rule grew harsh, his punishments cruel. The people no longer saw only a leader, they saw fear itself. Then came betrayal, not from enemies, but from those closest to him. Shaka, the king who feared no army, fell to whispers in the dark. Yet legends do not die. Today, Shaka Zulu is remembered not just as a warrior, but as a force of nature. A boy rejected who became a king, and a king who became a legend. And when the wind moves through the grass, if you listen closely, you may still hear the marching of his warriors. Because the ancestors do not leave us silence, they leave us echoes.